Hello and welcome once again to Ignite Your Impact. My name is Jen Rhodes. I am seated next to my husband, Matt.
Welcome back, everyone.
I have realized this is the green episode.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
It's not St. Patrick's Day. We just, weirdly enough, have a similar shade on.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yours is a little more green than mine, but like I was saying, welcome back. We missed last week.
Yes, welcome back.
We took a little vacation.
Yes, we did. Do I feel bad about missing this? No. Did we unplug? Mostly.
Bit. Yeah. No, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back. And today, I love today's topic. It is what helps me get over the hump whenever I'm trying to achieve something. You know, when I look at anything and I remember this key item, and it just gives me total confidence in succeeding because it's so easy. You know, it gives me, when I'm looking at business, it gives me hope and it gives me strategy. And it's how I get abs popping in the summer. It's a great topic that I'm excited to do this week. So let's jump in. You can do almost anything. And I mean almost anything if you just don't quit when it gets boring. Not when it gets hard, but when it gets boring.
Yeah, it's not usually the tough stuff, the adversity that makes people quit. It is the repetitive, unexciting, non-sexy, everyday grind.
Yep.
I want to ask everyone that's listening, whether you're in the car, the gym, you're walking the dog, getting your steps, I want to ask you some questions. Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to improve your finances? Grow a business? Grow your career? Enhance your love life? Or your loving relationships?
Any of those, all of those, some of those? I'm sure everyone listening can.
All of the above, yeah. Right? You want to optimize all of those? Here's what's exciting about this and why we love this topic. You think the reason that you haven't hit these goals is because it's too hard. You really do. Too much time in the gym, or it's too hard to eat clean. It's too hard to not overspend. It's too hard to get more customers. It's too hard to get your boss's approval. It's too hard to rekindle that love. Now, there are two myths that I want to break down today, and I want you guys to listen closely because they can sound the same, but they are not. The first myth is that people quit because it's too hard. The second is they think in order to achieve something that it needs to be hard. I can't lose weight, it's too hard. But Jen, you don't understand. But most people have done hard things before. They've worked 2 jobs, raised kids, gone through school. Hard isn't the problem. It's the boredom that gets them.
Yeah, it's exactly. We see this in our gyms. You know, the first few weeks when people join, they're pumped up. They're possibly meal prepping. You know, they're showing up for 3 or 4 times a week. If they're taking classes, they're showing up for classes. If they're with the trainer, they're showing up with the trainer. They're tracking everything. But around that week 4 or 5, that excitement fades. Mm-hmm. And the workouts feel not hard. They feel routine. That's where some people start slipping. And it's a great analogy for anything in life. But the gym one is one we see firsthand. You know, boredom is the real enemy. Our brains crave this newness, a new program, a new diet, a new relationship. And all that feels exciting because it's new. But real results come from consistency. And consistency that is repetitive.
Yeah. I will never forget a client that we had. She told me, I'm just bored with my meals. Now, if you're a client has said that to me recently, don't fret. This is not you. Maybe it is. I'm just bored with my meals. I need something exciting. And I said, the boring meals are working. That's why you're seeing results. She laughed, but it clicked. She didn't have a results problem. She had a boredom problem. Sidebar, she had a dopamine problem.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with muscle confusion is a dipshit. Slap them. I'm just kidding. She had a boredom problem. There is a massive advantage to outlasting boredom. If you can just keep going when it's boring, you will outlast 98% of the group. It's that effective. And in fitness, showing up for your 30th workout matters more than your first.
Yeah, it's the same thing in business. Your 500th social media post is what separates you from everyone who quit at 50. And it's the same in relationships. You know,
Yes.
Anyone can do big gestures, big things in that honeymoon stage, that honeymoon phase. But the couples who keep showing up for each other, doing the small, daily, sometimes boring things, they're the ones who last. And finances, exact same thing. Anyone can cut expenses for a month. But sticking to a budget for years, that's when you start building freedom. I'm not talking about having a negative money mindset, but I'm talking about whether it's sticking to a budget or sticking to making calls to make money. It's a boring thing.
It's purpose-driven. It's purpose-driven repetition.
Yeah. And we're going to get into here in a little while how you do this.
Yeah.
But so let's start going there now. So how do you push through this? Number one, there's really three ways. So let's jump into this. Number one is you reframe it. It feels boring, but that means it's becoming a habit. Mm-hmm. That's a win. You're winning when it starts to become boring and a habit. This is why I like cutting rather than bulking. I said earlier, this is how I get abs for summer because I love habit. I'm a habit checklist type person and I love a simple plan. Mm-hmm. And then your diet's a little more restricted, so it's pretty easy to do. I'm generally eating about the same thing every day when I'm in that type of a cut trying to get ready for the summer. So that's number one, reframing it. Number two is gamifying it. One of my favorite things is tracking streaks. Instead of asking, am I motivated today? I just ask, how many days in a row can I keep going? It just becomes a game.
Yeah, that's why competition works so well. And I actually have a Streaks app that I use,
Yep.
right?
You check it every night at dinner.
I do because I have a reminder on my phone like, hey, did you check in yet? No, I haven't. And I've been consistent for 97 days minus 4 days that I forgot. 93 days I've done something consistently. And I'm not getting anything from it, but it just gives me a little
it's that dopamine.
It's that shit.
Yep.
It's that dopamine. It's that little congrats and confetti. But that's why competition works so well. Members earn points at our gyms from heart rate monitors. And they love to every time I'm doing my class, somebody is walking past the room to see where they rank in terms of the monthly ranking. And they're just sitting there and I'm thinking they're watching my class. No, they're just watching the screen, waiting for their name to pop up to see where they rank.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on in, join my class. But all of our online clients have their workouts custom built in our app and it tracks everything. It tracks everything. You want to make this an emotional journey? I'm like, nope. Here's the data. You suck at consistency. But people love seeing when they've hit their 50th workout, when they've hit their 100th workout, when they've hit their 500th workout. I think it was Victoria hit 480. She's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And now she's at 700. She's like, Jen, this is awesome.
Yeah. Gamifying it works.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. So we use the same app for our workouts and I'll literally see if I'm at a milestone. If let's say I'm at 1,200, like how many months is it going to take me to hit that next 1,500? And I'll do how many workouts a week I'm going to get in. So yeah, it's cool. So let's keep going.
Okay.
Because the third one's the most important because, that first one, reframing it definitely works, but I don't know if it keeps it long term. And gamifying it will, as you said, you're into 90 days. I mean, that is making it more of a long term. But number three, the most important one, reconnect to your why. The task might feel boring, but the results never are boring. Focus on where it's taking you, and how exciting today feels about on that journey to your why.
Love it. Now, we're not going to leave you hanging. Don't worry, folks, on how to reconnect with your why. We're not going to leave you hanging. And it's not just a remembering your why. Like, shut up. We're going to give you some actual tools and something to practice that will help tie it all in. And it can layer onto some past episodes where we did some deep identity work as well. It is the most important. So I want to break down how we teach the 3-layer framework for how to anchor your why.
Yeah, and anything we do, you probably heard us talk about this a lot. We anchor things. Mm-hmm. Anchor is just like it sounds. It's what keeps you in control. It's just like a boat. It keeps it in control. You anchors you down. So instead of that vague, I want to lose weight, you drill down into identity, legacy, and freedom. Identity, legacy, and freedom. These are the anchors that grab you when your motivation bails on you. That's what you use. So now if you're in a place that you can take notes right now, get out a pen and paper. I don't know where you're at. If you are not in a place that you can take notes, you're going to want to go back and re-listen to this because I think Jen's going to go through the three steps, and then she's going to tie it all together where it really, really makes sense. And if you do this, if you actually take notes, or you go back and re-listen and take notes, and you follow this framework, something beautiful is going to happen for you. That's why you got to listen closely. So why don't you take them through the framework that we use?
Yeah. So first step, identify your why. If you haven't already got there, your why of what you want and why you want it so bad. Finish this sentence. I am the type of person who, fill in the blank. That's where that identity work from the last few episodes comes in. This shifts you from what you do to who you are. I am the type of person who finishes what she starts. I am the type of person who honors her body with discipline, not excuses. I am the type of person that plays the long game, not the quick fix. And what this does, these I am statements, creates an identity contract. Your brain wants to stay congruent with it. If you need help with these statements, please, please, please reach out to us. Your language could be so off by a hair that you could be, again, rewriting your own
incongruent.
Your own self-sabotage. So that's number 1. Create that identity contract. Number 2, create your legacy why. By doing this, I show my kids, my clients, my spouse, right? ... Fill in the blank. This ties your effort to a bigger ripple effect. By doing this, I show my daughter that strength is normal and expected. That's a big one right there. By doing this, I show my clients that I walk the talk. By doing this, I show my family that health is wealth. And these legacy whys stack emotional leverage. I have many female clients who come to me, and one of the main things they say is, my daughter is watching me. It's time I do this the right way. And I'm like, cool. I love empowering my ladies to just show our daughters, like, no, this is what we can become. Stack that emotional leverage. And then number 3, the freedom why. This gives me the freedom to fill in the blank. This is the what happens when I win layer, right? It paints the future benefits so clearly that your brain wants to move toward them. This gives me the freedom to go on that hike in Colorado with my family instead of sitting at the base of the mountain. I've heard that 3 times in the last year. That's a powerful one, and it's a legacy one. This gives me the freedom to wear what I want and feel good in it. This gives me the freedom to age without being trapped by medications. So the freedom why is vision casting, right? It's the pull that outlasts the boredom. Now I'm going to give you a pro tip. Stack all three in one sentence. And I want you to write them out like affirmations, right? Say them out loud if possible. I am the type of woman who finishes what she starts. By doing this, I show my kids that strength is normal and expected. This gives me the freedom to live in a body I love without limits. And that one sentence is an identity anchor. It's an emotional driver and a vision builder. All in under 20 seconds.
Yeah. So if you took notes there, you saw how Jen wrapped those three together to fill that one. You know, we don't talk a lot about, what do you call them? Putting together stuff, affirmations and things like that.
I'm not an affirmations girl. I don't need to affirm that I'm a strong person. I already know I'm a strong person, but tie it to my identity.
Yeah. And this goes back to, this is how you create that why, which gets you through that boredom. And when you have that, because I have this sentence that I say to myself every day as well. So when you use that framework, put that together, you come up with that one or two sentences. And yeah, affirmations, whatever you want to call it, you say that self to you every single day.
Yeah.
And get you moving. So remember, most people quit. Not when it gets hard. They quit when it gets boring. And if you keep going through the boring phase, you'll pass almost everyone and reach every one of your goals.
I love it. I want to challenge you all this week. Identify one area this week where you've been tempted to quit or put it to the wayside because it feels boring. Maybe it's your workouts. Maybe it's your budget. Maybe it's your marriage routines, right? Stick with it. Double down instead of pulling back. That's how you separate yourself from the pack. Not with these big flashy moments, but by being steady in the boring stuff.
I love it. Let's wrap there.
I love it. I do have a surprise for the end of this podcast. If you've stuck with us, congrats. You get to meet Sully.
They got to go to YouTube to see that then.
They have to go to YouTube and subscribe to see that. If this hit, please share this with someone you think will find value in it. Like it. Give us a 5-star review. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And hold on. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's asleep. So hold on. You can fill the space with words, Matt.
It'll be the outro music right now.
Thank you. Paige was asleep, so Ham's tired. This is Sully, everybody. Say hi. Say hi.
Now we got to wrap. He's licking the microphone.
I know. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk next time.